media, of the press. Good afternoon and welcome to this amazing, lovely country of Samoa. It's a pleasure. I'm the media expert from the OACPS, and it's an honor to be here to moderate this session or the press conference. We are going to start with a statement from the Prime Minister, and then the President of the Council and the Secretary General. In the end, we will have, because of time constraints, 5 questions, and hopefully we can have 3 questions from our colleagues who come from Europe, and then we have 1 from colleagues in Africa, then there will be the remaining 2 from our colleagues here in Sāmoa. Prime Minister. Yes, yeah.
Hello. Can you hear me? Well, thank you very much. I had thought perhaps we might start with the chair of the meeting, but I'm very happy as the host minister to perhaps make some introductory remarks and at the outset to say that Sāmoa and indeed the Pacific is most honoured to be the hosting venue for the new OACPS-EU agreement. This is the first time that this agreement has been signed in the Pacific. And this new framework will provide the guideline for our future relations for the next 20 years. There are indeed, I think, some differences of this agreement to the former Palemia, and we hope that the new agreement will be an improvement or an advancement of the ongoing relationships. Today's meeting is, of course, as you know, a preparatory meeting for the OACP side of the agreement to meet before we have our joint meeting with the EU party tomorrow. Most of the work you will appreciate, and the chair will speak on that, has been done through the negotiations leading up to today, starting from 2018 this year. So it's been very long. And so we're very excited, although it has been rather prolonged, that we now are at the point with the signing ceremony tomorrow, that we can then begin to look at the implementation program and the roadmap for the next 20 years. In the short period, I think, or relatively short, since 2018, events have happened that has perhaps changed the environment upon which the international community work, but nevertheless, that is why it is so important for this new agreement to also address these new events that are developing and are happening in our international community. So, as a host country, we're very happy to welcome all the delegations, although some of them have indicated for various reasons are unable to sign. But in discussions with the chair and the Secretary General, we feel confident that the processes will ensure that the ACP family can fully participate in this new agreement that we will sign tomorrow. So I might just finish off there and welcome everyone. Welcome to the media. I hope we're feeding you. I hope you are well accommodated, and I hope you will also be joining us in some of the festivities that have been arranged for the celebration of the signing.
Well, thank you very much, Prime Minister. And now we have our President of the Council, please. President.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be here today chairing this 46th Council of Ministers. This is a closing chapter for the Cotonou Agreement for the Council of Ministers meeting, which is really very important to see together delegates from member state countries. And I think the dynamics of the meeting was very good, participatory, constructive manner, discussions that have resulted in fruitful recommendations. I think the Secretariat will take note of this, and I think our presence here in Samoa is very historic. Thank you much to our Madam Prime Minister of the Samoa Independent State and all to accept us in this place with all the hospitality. And the process of the meeting today went very well, and we have a lot of discussions, a lot of ideas that they bring to us to the table to enlighten the process of the participation and the future engagement within this Samoa agreement, because every country needs to feel the ownership. This spirit of the ownership and partnership, really nice to understand that the process. So it's really very important. And I think the Secretary General and our technical team worked very well. We're really thankful for all those who have worked so hard within the Cotonou agreement to make things happen in more than 2 decades. This is really very important for the good and for the development of our humanity. This is one of the huge organizations, OACPS. I think we have a noble mission to bring to the world, to bring to our people and to development. I think we are here to testimony this very noble task for us today.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. President, President of the Council. And I think now we move on because of time constraints to the Secretary General. Well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency, the Prime Minister, Chair. I think that we have come to Samoa all very well inspired and at least pleased, because we've come to the end of the process, which has taken us 5 years. We started these negotiations, as initially said, in 2018. We initiated the process in 2021, and we have been waiting since then. And I'm also pleased to announce that our partners, the European Union, a long-standing partner for our countries, decided that we could sign from the 23rd of July 2023. And indeed, today we have come here to Samoa to honor this moment. And I think that it is particularly a very important moment for the OACPS to conclude this agreement, which, as you all know, over the past many years and for the future, for the next 20 years, helps quite a number of our countries in building their sustainability in their countries, to develop their countries. And I think that over history, we have also developed a relationship which is unique with the European Union. So we do believe that by coming to Samoa today, we have expressed this morning that we will tomorrow honor the final moments of this agreement, which will then begin its provisional implementation on the 1st of January 2024. And I think that all aspects therein are generally very good for the members of the OACPS. So I think for us, it's the occasion, on one hand, to thank the government of the independent state of Samoa and Her Excellency, the Prime Minister, who over the past few years has been supporting us to make sure that we worked well. And I think we have now concluded. Probably not all the 79 will sign, a good number will sign tomorrow, and we do believe that all countries have their own constitutional processes which we respect, and therefore the most important thing for us is that we're going to celebrate tomorrow the signature of the Sāmoa Agreement, which will then set a new basis for our strong collaboration. And as you all know, this is certainly one of the best agreements there is around the world, because partners meet, negotiate, agree, they implement, and they keep that spirit of collaboration between partners. Excellencies, I think those were the comments I could make, and then we could probably deepen as we come to the questions that you may raise. Thank you very much, Mr.
Thank you very much, Secretary General. Just before we move on, I wanted to make a few questions. Prime Minister, last time I saw you in Rwanda, and as you said earlier today, now we appreciate how far you had to come, because it's what does it really mean that the world, all eyes now are on Samoa at this moment, and also some of the issues that are that concern you, and the fact that the signing is being done here?
Well, you know, our organization are three distinct regions: Africa, Caribbean, and Pacific. And in many of the international fora we belong to, you know, we always talk about how important the diversity of membership is, and recognizing, you know, the specificities of circumstances and challenges faced by different countries, different regions. So I think what is important in these kinds of organizations, including ours, OACP-EU, is that the family come to this part of the world. They can see where we're placed and have a much better appreciation, I hope, of where we are drawing, you know, our values, our commitments, our particular challenges. So it's not only Samoa, but it's also the Pacific. I think a few of the delegations were able to be in Rarotonga, attending the Pacific Island Leaders Forum. So they saw yet another place and a particular context of the Pacific leadership. So equally for this significant meeting, and it's a broader representation, I think we come to build better understanding of, you know, where our particular members are coming from.
Thank you very much. And I was going to ask the Secretary, I don't know whether you would say in Portuguese, poderia fazer uma questão sobre como é que vê, porque temos aqui os nossos colegas e estão o mundo lá fora, sobretudo o mundo falante português, está a seguir também, talvez uma palavra em português sobre o que aconteceu. Os acontecimentos, não, o presidente, o nosso presidente do Conselho.
Muito obrigado, boa tarde. É uma ocasião muito importante estar aqui em Samoa para presidir o Conselho dos Ministros, dos membros da CP, e eu acho que é muito importante participar neste evento tão histórico aqui em Samoa, uma ilha de muita hospitalidade da Primeira-Ministra e do povo de Samoa, e também rever os processos, os mecanismos dentro da organização, OACP e a União Europeia, em conjunto, durante as suas 2 décadas de existência, no percurso com o Cotonou, o Acordo Cotonou, as implementações dos programas, uma avaliação. Eu acho que os Estados-membros estão aqui para ver a situação e como reforçar melhor a forma de entrar no conjunto para o Acordo de Samoa.
Muito obrigado. Thank you.
L'accord de Sāmoa, donc Cotonou est fini, Cotonou a duré 20 ans, et Cotonou est fini. Maintenant, quels sont les enjeux, qu'est-ce que c'est que nous pouvons tirer comme important dans cet accord? Cet accord est un accord qui vient renforcer en termes généraux, mais qui sera signé en termes de 3 protocoles. À l'intérieur de cet accord, il y a 3 protocoles. Un protocole pour la région du Pacifique, un protocole pour l'Afrique et un protocole pour les Caraïbes. Donc, dans ce protocole, il y a la spécificité de chaque région. Alors, maintenant, qu'est-ce que est vraiment un changement fondamental dans ce cas? C'est que, comme vous le savez, dans l'accord de Cotonou, la plupart de cette opération a été financée par le FED. Donc, le FED va cesser d'exister et il y aura donc maintenant ce qu'on appelle les indices, l'Europe globale. Donc, ça sera un seul fonds qui va financer donc cette relation. Mais cette relation est un accord politique global qui touche plusieurs secteurs de la vie socio-politique, économique d'un pays, y compris ce qui ont à voir avec les questions environnementales. Donc, si vous voulez, c'est en fait une nouvelle étape dans le processus de relations que nos pays ont gardé avec l'Europe. Actually, one of the aspects the ministers discussed this morning is to adopt the proposal that the OECD was making for COP28, particularly for the 6 countries. And in our recent discussions, and for those who were in Rarotonga, in the Coast Islands, you may have seen how much the European Union is committed to the environmental perspective in the Pacific. I think in one of the meetings we had, they spoke about financing, and I think most of the countries in the Pacific region spoke about the climate change, the impact of cyclones, the impact of the seawater rising, and all these issues are indeed in the package that we think we should continue to engage the European Union with, and the European Union says about 600 million euros that can be dedicated to environmental challenges. So I think the issue of climate change is indeed an important part of our cooperation with the EU in this area. Thank you. Just quickly, Prime Minister, would you probably put in say something on that question? Interesting, young angle.
Apart from my own intervention that focused on the implementation of the Sāmoa Agreement and the preparations of a joint approach, ACP going to COP28, there were also other interventions from some islands, Fiji, following up specifically on financial issues around the vision for climate change, that's mitigation and adaptation, and also the continuing push for loss of damage, of which he sits at the last COP in Sāmoa really pushed for to be put on the agenda. So I understand that they had a pre-COP ministerial meeting where the issue of loss of damage was discussed. From what I could gauge, there was not very clear indications of how that fund might work, but I think there's a consistent push Small Island states are very active. Thank you very much. One last question, Abby. From the Pacific, please. No? Well, I suppose we've come to the end. Thank you very much, Prime Minister, President, Secretary General, and my colleagues. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Another one.